What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back. So they dropped an update, a new set of patch notes and stuff like that yesterday. Apparently, I think it's yesterday. I just missed it somehow and was not paying enough attention, so I forgot about it. So let's take a quick look and go over it. All right, so this is update 3. This is these new numbers here. I'm not reading these numbers out, but it came out a day ago yesterday, and today is the 5th, so it came out the 4th. And okay, so let's take a quick look at what's going on. They said blah, they did some bug fixes, crashes, and small content change, and a little more polish. I keep seeing Polish, and I'm like, a little bit more Polish, what? As always, I'm gonna put a link to this site in the description, because I wouldn't go over everything. I'll just go over the ones that I feel that's important, at least the more important stuff, at least in my opinion. So do make sure you go ahead, take a look at the patch notes, see what affects you and what you like, and go from there. So it seems like one of the changes they made here is to the awesome sync, and it seems like they reduced the amount of points you get from it for items. For example, this is the turbo motor here, so they reduced that, so it's a balancing for the awesome sync, so that's a little less than it was before. There's some world changes they did. The Dune Desert, I haven't really used that. I don't think I've used that place, so I'm not sure with that. So these are just tweaks they made to the world in that desert. Yeah, so all the world changes seem to be by the Dune Desert. They tweak and polish some caves in the desert. The Northern Oasis has been a little better lighting. They added more creatures and reward in the northern part of the desert. So that's going to be interesting to see once you explore that. Jump puzzle tweaks, I'm not sure what that is, but that's been done. So they optimized the space elevator. I have to take a look and see what it is. I'm not sure. They added a new mesh for power poles, Mach 1, 2, and 3. New mesh for the storage box. Add audio feedback for pipeline heads lift exceeding the maximum. So I guess if you go above the 20 meters, I think it is, I guess there'll be an audio feedback to let you know, hey, chill. So apparently they adjusted the water extractor sound. They added pump sound, and some visuals, some graphical, and we have some optimization of some of the visual for certain things. Here's a full list here. The AI limiter, circuit board, hazmat suit. So these are all been either upgraded or changed, so maybe change the look and stuff like that. We can take a quick look at that once we jump in the game and see. They changed the main screen, and that's what you guys saw in the beginning. That new screen, that's a new screen to the game. It was different before. We'll go back a little later on and give you guys a look at that screen. So they changed the way the add to-do list menu. That's interesting. We'll test it out and see that functionality. Minor tweaks to the geothermal menu. I haven't gotten to this yet, so I can't even show that. So the codex open recipe tab instead of messaging. I can't remember what that is. And so they made some changes to the codex and stuff like that, and they update and optimize the VFX for scan effects on resource nodes. So I'm guessing that's when you hit V to get a resource and see. I don't know what VXQ is, so I'm not even gonna try. Maybe I should check. So VXQ is visual effects. So they updated the visual effects when you scan for resource nodes, like it looks like. So they fixed how the player in Hypertube shows and moves. Cause there's always a little glitch, like a little jerk you get from going through tubes. So I guess they fixed that. So apparently some people had crashes when they remove and place a miner. How do you remove resource nodes? So they've also fixed when you upgrade a miner and then remove resource nodes. I know you can remove these. That's gonna be interesting. And apparently mass dismantle was causing crash. That should be fixed. Ooh, okay. Production time toolkit display correctly on the generator manufacturing extractor, which should be nice. The power shards, now you can actually right click them in. I mean shift click and they'll go in the right slot. We'll test it out too. So they changed the length at which your conveyor belts can be built. So you can build it half a segment or less, I guess to prevent some kind of bugs. I'm not sure what it is. So they fixed another bug with the jetpack. They had a sound issue that should be fixed when you're switching items in the air. Ooh, and they also add a failsafe, I guess a way to limit Mercer voice spear that I was trying to talk to you. So they limit how often that will go off. Control click, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, but I guess now it's supposed to work. So control click in the hub should move all items of one type. So the Dune Desert, wait, is that where I was before? I think the Dune Desert had some visual landscaping bug, I guess, and this fixed it. And there was also some issues where the fluid display in the water extractor and the oil extractor was not showing correctly. That should be fixed now. So they made some change to the fluid buffer and the stations extractor UI. Not sure how that even would look, but we'll have to test and see. And like I said, they fixed the way the power shard works with control clicks. So you shouldn't have issues with that anymore. Again, we'll test that a little later. So apparently, I guess you could have dismantled the crafting bench before when you're using it. I don't know what that means, but I guess you can't anymore. I'm guessing that means like if you're playing a friend and you're using the crafting bench, they would dismantle it from you to mess with you and stuff like that. So there's some translation fix that seems to be taken care of. The hub interior should have the correct materials again. So I guess there's maybe some visual image with the hub interior. Apparently the geothermal generator was not buildable on the geyser, and that should be buildable again now again. So that's all they have written down here, and like I said again, I'll put a link in the description for you guys to go over and take a look at these things, see what you like, and go from there. Like I said, that was just me quickly going over it. So I want to hop in the game and take a look and see, and then we'll go from there and see how much of these changes we could find. I won't be able to find all of it, but I'll find some of it. So let's hop in the game. All right, so we are back in my little, I think this is the Dune Desert actually, I guess, but yeah. So one of the changes they made was, so they polished some of the lighting and stuff like that. I know there was a bug here where over here would show like an overlay, but this was all hidden, and it was a weird little like glitch here where you would see like it would actually look like a mountain is here, but then once you step in it, you'll fall through, and then you'll see here and it had a visual bug, but that seems to be fixed now. All right, so let's get back to the other side of my map. Actually, let's go ahead and test the tube, see if this is any smoother. It's slower. It's a whole lot slower. Let's see how this rides. So the tube riding do feel a lot smoother. It feels a lot smoother than it did before. Before you'd actually feel those, but you don't feel it as much now. I think that improvement's a little better. So tube riding should be a little faster for your crazy contraptions out there. Let's go take a look at the space elevator and stuff like that. Okay, so there was also an update with water. So yeah, there's an update where the fluid extractor and water extractor show the correct amount. I'm gonna kind of take their word for it because I'm not gonna run all over there. So that seems to be fine for now. Let's head over and take a look at the space elevator. So the bug fix is that they optimized the space elevator. I don't know what they would have done or how. Does it mean it just goes up faster? It's a massive thing, so it's hard to tell if anything is actually better with it or worse. We still got a decent amount of game lag, as you can see. I think it does look better though. Yeah. Oh my grief. I think it actually has a more defined, cleaner look, but I don't know if that's because I'm looking for something. So my brain is like just trying to find something. But I think it does look cleaner than it did before. So that could be what the optimization is. Just to give it a much more sharper look. I think it does look a lot sharper than it did before. Now the other one I wanted to check is shift clicking the overclocking bug, or what do you call it, the power cells in these machines. So let me go grab some power cells and then we'll test it out. Okay, so we were at this machine here. I don't know if you guys remember before, shift clicking would kind of destroy your stuff, but as you can see, it actually doesn't. There's also a thing here, right, where you see this as 10 per minute. See, this only shows, oh, it found the update, but there's a little lag between that update. I thought that was fixed. C8. See, even if we leave and come back, it takes a second. Yeah, see, it still takes a second for that to show up correctly. But I do like that we could shift click. Can we shift out? We can, and we don't seem to lose anything. So I do like that. Oh, and the last one that I saw that I want to take a look at today is this menu. Okay, so they made it a little bigger. Add to that, let's see how it looks. So, okay, so it doesn't, it's close to being the same, isn't it? Let's find something that we don't have anything to make. So I think they did clean up the what is that? Add to the to-do list. They did clean it up a little bit. But it kind of looks the same to me for the most part. And then you could add and remove here. Can I delete? Yes, I can. Okay, so I think that was nice. So I think that's all I have for this video. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Let me know how you guys are enjoying the update. Which glitch did you like that really got fixed? I think for me, the big one is being able to shift into these machines now. I think that is a big game changer. And having the tubes work a lot better. I think those are the two big updates that I really like. I'm not a big fan of the heatsink being the awesome shot being nerfed, but it's what it is, right? Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day. I'll catch you guys a little later. Well, keep factoring on. Wow, that sounds weird. Bye folks.